Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business.
Good morning, business warriors. It's Monday, which means it's time to fuel up your entrepreneurial spirit. I'm your host, Anna Steinfest, and you're listening to Monday Morning Motivation on the Small Business Survival Conversations podcast. Today, we're talking about something that can make or break your business faster than any marketing campaign or product launch. I want you to stick around because this one is going to hit home for many of you. Whether you're brewing your first cup of coffee or already you have 3 meetings deep into your Monday, this episode is your reminder that success isn't just about what you sell. It's about who people believe you to be. To start, I want you to imagine that you're 7 years old, sitting on a worn carpet while your teacher reads your story. And that story is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Do you remember this one? I'm sure you do. But for some of you who doesn't, I'm going to remind you. So, a young shepherd, bored out of his mind, decides to have a little fun. Wolf, wolf, he shouts, watching the entire village drop everything to come running. They arrived, hearts pounding, ready to fight off the danger, only to find that the boy was laughing at his own cleverness. Next day, he does it again. Same panic, same false alarm, same laughter. But this time, the villagers leave shaking their heads. They're annoyed, but they still care about the sheep. Then comes day 3. A real wolf prowls into the pasture, teeth bared, ready to attack. The boy screams louder than ever before. Wolf, wolf, please. This time it's real. But guess what happens? Silence. Not a single person comes running. The wolf devours the sheep, and the boy learns the hardest lesson of his life. Once you lose people's trust, getting it back is nearly impossible. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, Anna, I'm not a fictional shepherd boy. What does this have to do with my business? And I'm here to tell you everything. Because in the world of small business, credibility isn't just important. It is your currency. It's what you trade on every single day. And just like the shepherd boy, once you've cried wolf too many times, when you really need your customers, your suppliers, your community to show up for you, guess what? They will not. I've seen businesses with incredible products fail because they couldn't be trusted. I've watched entrepreneurs with all the passion in the world lose everything because they played fast and loose with their word. And I've seen others, maybe with less flashy marketing or lower prices, they thrived because people believed in them. So today, we are diving into why credibility is the foundation everything else is built on. And more importantly, how you can protect and strengthen yours starting right now. Let's get real for a moment. How many of these scenarios sound familiar? You promised a client their project will be done by Friday, but Thursday night rolls around and you realize you're nowhere close. So you send a quick email. Hey, just need a few more days to perfect this for you. Or maybe you're pitching a new customer and you stretch the truth about your experience. Oh, yes, we've handled dozens of projects just like this, when in reality, this would be your first or second project. Perhaps you've posted testimonials on your website that are, well, let's just call them enhanced version of what clients actually said about you and your service or product. Here's what I want you to understand. Every single one of these moments is a withdrawal from your, we'll call it, credibility bank account. And unlike your checking account, you can't just make a quick deposit to fix an overdraft. When you overpromise and underdeliver, customers don't just leave, they tell their friends why they left. When you cut corners or stretch truth, word spreads faster than a wildfire in dry grass. When you exaggerate results, eventually the gap between your claims and reality becomes impossible to hide. And here's the brutal truth. In our hyper-connected world, your reputation travels at light of the speed. One unhappy customer with a smartphone can reach thousands of potential customers before you've even had your morning coffee. I wanted to share with you, one of my friends learned this lesson the hard way. She had a client who needed a marketing strategy, and she was so eager to impress that she promised result she wasn't sure she could deliver. She told them that she can triple their leads in 90 days. 1 month, she was able to increase the leads by 30%. Well, that was a great start. Second month, another 20% bump. She was feeling pretty good. But what happened in month 3? The leads actually dropped by 10% due to market changes she did not anticipate it. Instead of 300% increase she promised, she ended up with about 40% improvement, which objectively was pretty good. But that's not what she had promised. The client didn't just fire her. They told 3 other business owners in their network about the experience. She lost not just one client, but 4 potential clients she never even got to meet. It took her 2 years to rebuild her reputation in the industry. So the boy who cried wolf lost his sheep. She almost lost her whole business. But here's the good news. We cannot be just talking and focusing on the negativity here. Credibility isn't just something you're born with, it's something you build brick by brick, choice by choice, day by day. And I've identified 4 non negotiable pillars that every credible business is built on. So I want to share them with you. Pillar number 1, radical reliability. I want you to do what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it, how you say you'll do it. This sounds simple, but it's where most businesses fail. If you say you'll call at 2 p.m., call at 2 p.m. If you promise a delivery on Tuesday, deliver on Tuesday. If you commit to a quality standard, Hit that standard every single time. Your customers aren't just buying your product or service, they're buying your promise. Make sure it's a promise you can keep. Pillar number 2, it is transparent communication. When things go wrong, and they usually do, I want you to own it immediately. Don't hide behind excuses or corporate speak. Call your client, explain what happened, outline your plan to fix it, and follow through. I've seen businesses turn their biggest mistakes into their strongest customer relationships simply by being honest and taking responsibility. People don't expect perfection, they expect honesty. Pillar number 3, strategic under promising. This one feels counterintuitive, I'm sure, especially when you're competing for business. But here's the secret, it's better to under promise and over deliver than to over promise and under deliver. If you think you can get something done in a week, tell the client it will take 10 days. If you believe you can increase their efficiency by 50%, promise them 30%. Give yourself room to exceed expectations, because exceeding expectations is how you turn customers into fans. Pillar number 4, consistent excellence. Credibility isn't built in one grand gesture. It's built in 1,000 small ones. It's answering emails promptly. It's showing up, preparing to meetings. It's remembering details about your clients' businesses. It's maintaining the same high standards whether you are working with your biggest client or your smallest one. Because consistency is what separates the professionals from amateurs. All right, business warriors, it's time for your Monday morning mission. I want you to do something that might feel uncomfortable, but I promise it will pay dividends. So I want you to grab a piece of paper or open note on your phone. I want you to audit your current commitments. What have you promised clients, vendors, employees, or partners that you haven't delivered on yet? Write them down, all of them. Now, here's the hard part. I want you to reach out to each of those people this week, not with excuses, but with accountability. Hey, I promised you X by Y day and I didn't deliver. Here's what I'm going to do to make it right. And here's my new realistic timeline. Will it be uncomfortable? Absolutely. Will some people be disappointed? Maybe. But will you sleep better at night knowing you've addressed these head on? I promise you, without a question, that will happen. Second, I want you to pick one area where you can upgrade your reliability this week. Maybe it's responding to emails within 24 hours instead of when you get around to it. Maybe it's following up with prospects exactly when you say you will. Maybe it's delivering projects a day early instead of right on deadline. Choose one thing and execute it flawlessly this week. Here's what happens when you make credibility your obsession. People start talking about you differently. They don't just recommend your services, they recommend you as a person. They don't just become customers, they become advocates or fans. Your reputation becomes your most powerful marketing tool. Your word becomes your most valuable asset. Your promises become the foundation that your entire business empire is built on. And when that inevitable crisis hits, because in business, crisis is not a matter of it, but when you'll have something that no marketing budget can buy, the unwavering trust of people who know that when you say you'll handle something, it gets handled. When the real wolf shows up at your door, I promise you, your village will come running to help you. Your reputation is like a beautiful piece of crystal. It takes years to craft, but it can shatter in an instant. The difference is, unlike crystal, you have the power to make your reputation stronger every single day. Remember, credibility is your currency. Invest it wisely, spend it carefully, and protect it fiercely. I am Anna Steinfest, thanking you for starting your Monday with me. Now go out there and be someone your customers can count on today and every single day. I'll see you next Monday for another dose of Monday morning motivation. Until then, keep fighting the good fight, business warriors.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.